Hello and welcome to a full platform walkthrough for BuildWorks Canada. If it is your first time logging into the new platform, what you will want to do once you're on our login page is just click on Forgot Password. Once you're there, you can just enter your email and click Submit. You will see a little green text box that says that you have received the link to reset your password. If you have already logged in, you can just enter your credentials and log in as usual, and it will bring you right to your dashboard page. So once you are on your dashboard, you will be able to see all of your membership details, your project calendar as well. It lists the site meetings and the projects that are closing. It gives you the first 5 that are closest to the current date. So as you can see, I am a member in Alberta. It gives you the details of my membership type as well as the expiry date. It also includes a project calendar, which is really good if you are trying to manage all of your different closing dates. You can see how many you have coming up on what day, which is super duper helpful if you are working through a million different opportunities at a time. Another great thing about this closing calendar is it includes site meetings and closing dates. You can access the projects directly from the links beside the project calendar. You can also see any project updates, so any projects that you have followed. We will go through following projects later in this video, but you'll be able to see any agenda updates for projects that you followed. Those show up just right on your dashboard. Projects that you are following, you can see the 6 with the soonest closing dates as well on your dashboard. Opportunity matching and product matching is something that I will get into a little bit later in the video. You can also see bid results for any projects that you are following from your dashboard. Now that you understand the basics of your dashboard, I wanted to jump into your account. So by clicking your name in the top right corner, you can see here, Sarah Lynn Parsons, that is me. And then just click Account. Once you're on your user profile page, you will be able to opt in and out of the daily opportunity matching. So that can be managed through your account. In order to do that, if you do not want to receive the daily opportunity matching emails, just make sure that email opt-out is checked off. If you do find value in those emails and you want to make sure that you are getting them every day so that you don't miss any opportunities, you'll want to make sure that that is not checked off. In order to make any changes on your account page and have them stick, you will need to enter your password and then just click Update at the very bottom. Once that's updated, you will see the little green successfully updated user text pop up at the top. That means you are good to go. From there, you can also update your company profile. By clicking Edit Company Profile, it will bring you to the full company profile. Here you can see some of the information is grayed out. That is information that you will require the local construction association that you are a member of to update for you. If you ever see anything that's wrong on your company profile, you can reach out to the LCA and they will fix that up for you. You can also see the details of your membership levels as well as user information. So from here, you can actually add new users as well as remove other users. So if you want to remove a user, just click Remove and Confirm. You can also add a new user. So test at gmail.com, for example, and then click Save. Successfully updated. Please remember to save your company. That will show up just to remind you that, yes, you've added the user, but you haven't saved it. So if you were to accidentally backspace off of this page or go off of it without clicking Save, which my head is covering, there we go, you'll want to just click that little Save button right here. And if you do get an error message, you'll want to reach out to your local construction association because then they can fix things for you like this. I'm going to remove that user because test@gmail.com is not a real email. You can also update things like your business category. So if you're whichever category here that is most applicable to your company, you'll want to make sure that that is checked off. The labor type. So if you belong to a union, you can select that and then get into the more specifics on which union it is. Classifications of work. Again, you have a drop-down list. You can select as many of these that are applicable to your company. You can also select which owner type that you work for. There's no restrictions on how many of these drop-downs you can check off. So feel free to list yourself for any and all owners that you do work for. You can also add keywords. So under the categories, you'll have the opportunity to add matching keywords. So this is, again, what shows up on your dashboard as projects that are matching what you say in your company profile. So for example, if you are a mechanical contractor, you'll want to just click here and type in mechanical. After every individual keyword, you will want to press enter. So if you were to say HVAC, you can do that. You'll want to press enter after every one so that you don't end up looking for a big long keyword that includes all of the above from mechanical, HVAC, electrical. It would be looking for all three of those words together. But if you've pressed enter after every individual keyword, it will look for those words individually. You also have the opportunity to select categories. These are just basic categories on what your company does. So you're able to select from the list. So once you have added whichever categories are applicable to your company, you can just make sure that they are checked off here and click save once again just at the bottom. Once that has saved, you'll be able to see those as projects that match your company search criteria. Next, I wanted to walk you through searching for projects. So just at the top where it says dashboard and projects and project search, that will bring you to the find a project page. From there, you can narrow your search results with some of the predetermined saved searches that show up in this dropdown. You can also search by keyword, by city, and by zone. One thing about the zone is sometimes a project will be in a province that isn't necessarily in the zone. So for example, we have cities that border the Saskatchewan-Manitoba border, for example, and as well as Alberta and Saskatchewan. So those will have some projects that are located in a different province, but still show up under the zone. That is based on the zone that the construction association that entered the project falls under. So for example, the Lloydminster Construction Association will add projects that are located in Saskatchewan but show up under the Alberta zone. Once you have selected the zone that you are interested in, if you want to see all projects, make sure that that is checked off. You can filter by date, classification of work, owner type, stage, and procurement type. So to get further into that, you can see by date created, closing dates, site meetings, last updated. All of these different filters can be adjusted, as well as classification of work. You'll see that ICI has these other clarifications, as well as civil. You can get a little bit more specific in your searching. For now, I just want to keep it to every project, so I'm going to keep that as all. You can also select different owner types right here, as well as change the stage. So we do have projects. You can view all of them. You can view just the pre-bid projects. You can see the open, the closed, unofficial results, awarded, and canceled. You can get specific with all of these filters as well. For now, I just want to look at all of the open projects. You can also sort by procurement type if you are looking for something specific. Once you have applied any filters that you are interested in, just click on the search button. It will then pull up every project that you can see right here. You can also filter which information shows up on the project table. So in order to do that, you'll just click on this little gear button right here and then adjust accordingly based on which filters you want. So if you want to say the OCAA number, you can. The project title, the closing date, the owner, those are all important. How many addendums have been posted, as well as any of this key information. You can see and add and remove any criteria by just checking it off or unchecking it and clicking apply. That'll then refresh it so that you can see what is relevant to you. Once you've applied these filters, you can also export every project you see here to an Excel spreadsheet just by clicking Export to Excel. That will take a minute to load, and then you'll be able to click on the downloaded file just at the bottom. Once that opens up, you'll be able to see all of the information that was in your project table just in an Excel format if that is easier for you. That unfortunately is not a living document, so it will not remain up to date for things like addendums. If there is an adjustment to the closing date, you will always want to make sure that you are circling back to BuildWorks to make sure that you have the most accurate and up-to-date information. Another thing that you can do from this search page is follow projects. So you'll see right here, this little symbol allows you to follow a project. By clicking that, you have followed it. It will show in the top right, you are now following that project, and you will have a check mark right next to that eyeball there. You can do this directly from these searches on as many projects as you are interested in following. You can also do that from the project search page that you access by either double clicking on this bar or clicking on the little eyeball here. So once you're on the project sheet, you'll see that it already shows that I am following. So you can unfollow by just clicking that again and confirm. But if you want to refollow it, just click on follow. From here, you can also see the project details. So you have information on the closing date, site meetings, all of this general information that shows up on the project sheet. You can also see the project contacts as well as documents and addenda. From here, you can see the specs. You can download either all of the documents at once, or you can download one at a time. If you just want to see one specific document before you download the whole folder, you can definitely do it that way. You can also access the bidders. Because this project was posted today, there are no bidders listed. If you do wish to be on the bidders list for any projects, please contact your local association. We are working to have the functionality added so that you can add your own company to the bidders list. However, we don't have that built yet. It is coming. Another thing that you can do from the project sheet is order prints. So just by doing that, you will order prints from your local association. That's not something that I want to do right now, so I obviously selected no, but that's definitely how you would do that to get yourself the prints for the project. You can always jump back to the project list by clicking on the back to project list button that I just did. Another thing that you will probably want to do once you have gone through a lot of projects and favorited a bunch that you are interested in is see them all. So how you would get to those projects is by clearing all of the search features or search specifications that you have previously made and checking off my projects. So you can see right here, my projects, I have that checked. I don't want to have any of the saved searches, keywords, or cities applied because I want to see all of my saved projects. Another thing with this is it will default to open opportunities only. I want to see all of my saved searches, so I'll add that. You can get specific by dates. Again, all of these filters can be applied. I want to see everything that I favorited though. I'm going to see all of them. In order to search that, just click on search. If this is something that you will want to come back to often, you can always save your searches as well. This doesn't have to be specific to your searches. You can have any criteria set that you think works well for your company and save it by clicking Saved Search and naming it. So I'll name this one Saved Search 3. Save it, and then it will show up just here at the bottom under Saved Search 3. I can always come back to it by clicking that, and it will apply all of these criteria that I have set. So you can see here, these are all projects that I am following based on that check mark here. You can see this one has already closed, but I can still see it there as well. I hope this has been helpful. If you do have any questions about the functionality of BuildWorks, please don't hesitate to contact either a BuildWorks contact or your local construction association for further help. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.